Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Victoria 3 and our pressure run, which is basically deciding we're starting over because some of the game mechanics aren't necessarily well explained, like the fact that there isn't a clear way to make the Han Chinese accept enough to actually operate government buildings in Beijing, so we probably don't want that early on. So we're just going to start over. Deal with some of the other problems. Okay, so we're back in here. We're basically going to do some of the same stuff right at the beginning. Set the tariff laws on some of the things I really care about. Apparently you need some engine demand for the engine won't even show up. So we're gonna do shipyard, military shipyard, motor industry. Here I'm gonna go ahead and subsidize those. I will just go ahead and turn the philosophy department into standardized flagging system. Day 1. Okay. And then let's start improving relations. So let's start with my hydraulic cranes over here. Let's start improving relations with the British. Sure. Ramen. And we'll, time start. File encampments. We'll go ahead and accept the tech. Next engine. Again, we'll accept the tech. Air learning. We'll take that. Yep. Oh, let's do that swap. We'll try to swing into laissez-faire earlier this time. A little bit more opposition because the absolutism movement is a little strong, but we'll try again. Okay, civilian ships are done. And they're hiring up. Yeah. Next thing to do is fishing. Turn the fish controllers. Okay, that helps us with not having to import so much. We're going to hold off on swapping over to the engine-powered ones until we've got the engine place most of the way built. Because what we experienced last time was we didn't have the best of luck trying to import engines from the British. Oh, and I probably should have still put the... Honestly, it's probably too late to get the... in on the opium war, but we can and we do want to. That will be a good way to buddy up with the British. we'll offer them no migration controls. It might not pass, but we'll try. Prestige. There we go. So that's our additive events going out. So if Great Britain has started it, haven't yet started the open war, then look out for that. We are already deficit spending a little bit. Up a little bit. What's our main expense? Iron. Iron is expensive. Okay. Just build those iron mines. Background deals exposed. Derive some benefit from vibes. Doing it ourselves, yeah. Institution, up you. It is nice public education. Okay. Power block stay blazing. Oh, it's police coordination we're on. Maybe I should swap over defensive cooperation to actually protect the power block members. Because definitely don't need our police coordinated. Engine maker is done, so we'll start higher up. In the meantime, turn you on, and there we go. Browsing speech. They present. Should progress. Another one of you. I am going to go and grab the defensive cooperation just to protect the other power block members from the French situation we had earlier. Trade investment rights, sure. Emergency, London's calling. That's a very negative blips. Education's up, improving literacy. Okay, improving price of iron slowly and steadily. Okay, the balance shot up, balance down. Still pretty much deficit spending. Okay, so that's the historical. I always forget which one the historical one is. Luxembourg, Edinburgh. Anyway, looks like laissez-faire. It should pass. It has the potential to fail, though. It's not immediately counted as a success. Empty pockets. Sure. Draw cranes. I lost little bit more trade without having to upgrade the trading places as much. Company-wise, forget. Let's let you have trading rights. Apparently very heavy demand for iron. Definitely do another 5 levels iron. Obviously can't put in the Ruhr because the Ruhr is full. We'll do it in Northern Rhine then. Let's turn on some privatization. Here, this is all going to be a bit moot once we actually have laissez-faire because it's enforced privatization on there. Yeah. Didn't need to bother doing that. We were about to get it by law anyway. Okay. What other law changes do you want to do? We already agreed to try to swing to no. It's probably not going to pass, but we can try. Foreign competition. Yep, I think that's heading speed running to a fail state, which is probably fine. Okay. Foreign faiths, yep, let them in. Sure. Labor movement. One thing I could try doing is I could go after Denmark again. Go deal with the Schleswig-Holstein question. Interesting. Surprised that's the case. Maybe it's because I swapped over to laissez-faire quicker. Let's go ahead and rival the Brazilians again. Some diplomatic power. You know what? I'll actually do the French this time as well. The iron, in theory, is trying to drive down the price, but apparently it's not quite enough. Granted, we do have a whole trade block, so it could be that as we build up the iron, more and more of our friends are swapping over to iron production. Okay, it's rifling. Shell guns. National identity. I gave them trade privileges, they gave me investment rights, trade privileges, and money. Okay. You have an alliance this time, do you? Who are you allied to? The Ottomans. You're actively allied to the Ottomans right now. Okay. I suppose... Could we renegotiate this to a defense alliance? %82 chance. Let's offer this. This is only going to be for 5 years, and we can use this to deal with the Schleswig-Holstein question. And of course, they went to claim. Okay, so let's look at this time. We could do the Russians allies instead. Is this, renegotiate this as a defensive alliance. Just straight up. Okay. Okay. There's a Diplo play. Take access to high for the war. See what we can get for the sway. British will come in for obligations. War goal. What war goal do you want? Force treaty article. Investment rights. Okay. Russians will come in and just call ally. Netherlands. They want transfer subject. The problem is that's gonna not work. Or they want my subject. Oh no, that's definitely no. Not gonna give you an obligation either. Bavaria. Transfer states. No. These are mostly gonna be like transfer states. I suspect. Worst off, they're gonna be my states, which I'm definitely down for. And then loading its Wolfswig. So the real stretch goal would be make the Danish a protectorate. Actually, you know what? I'll toss that on the Barbie, so the Danish have something to back down over. They probably won't back down over it, and we'll get a protectorate out of it as well. New mandate. Upgrade the defensive coordination. So France doesn't take my ship again. There we go. That clears Schleswig-Holstein question, and whether or not we're going to get no migration controls. Bye-bye, no migration controls. There we go. You know what? We're gonna do that. And then let's drop the taxes so people stop being pissy. And apparently the world wants Prussian iron, so we'll let the world buy Prussian iron. By just building more iron. We have a strong and very angry labor movement. No, more angry than strong, apparently. They don't particularly appreciate the laissez-faire, apparently. Is there any other laws that I want to pass while we're thinking about it? Education, or healthcare, we'd end up on charity right now. Which we don't want. We'd rather go like public. Oh, I suppose we have the people who are opposed to dedicated not in government. So we try to make a coalition government that's more in favor of dedicated. Yeah. GDP is going up. Because we haven't taken over China this run, standard of living is more stable. Bessemer process for steel mills. These are incorporated states, yeah. Yeah, so we're waiting the 8 years for the Treaty of Holy Alliance to go away. Or to time out so I can withdraw from it. And then we'll be looking to do the, I think it's called like the Brothers' War or something was historically, between Prussia and Austria, so we can get the North German Confederation together. Probably should actually put a little more construction there. Rock and positive money. Place with the most peasants, which is Swelfsvig. Just put 3 for the moment. New mandate. I am going to swap over police coordination. We're going to swap over to advanced research. Hope the dress goes awry. Scrap it. Show of good whatever. Okay, no, need more, even more construction requested. And railway, which we'll do after the construction, but before the mines. What happened in mortar? Meant to be that railway. Remembered what I clicked there. It wasn't. Well, was that concept? It was not that building. That's what I was trying to click on. 50% there. Okay. 70 versus 3. 70 should win. So we should have dedicated police soon. Shell guns. There's smooth bore and nationalism. Hmm. debating again making the dash down into Gentry and Ironclad and stuff. Yeah, those will, because we're gonna, as soon as we can, we're gonna start a war, and we're gonna want to be better at fighting it. Dedicate police. So now I'm much more on board on raising law enforcement, because it's not just empower the older aristocracy. Over colonial exploitation again. Yeah, let's go colonial exploitation again. Archer doing nothing. So I think as soon as the railway's done, I might build more construction again, because we're starting to generate revenue again. Subordinate will pass. Yeah, there's subordinate will pass. Yeah, let's queue up some more construction while we're thinking about it. Other side defense. Oh, not too worried about the trade unions getting too big. Yeah, join the Anti-French League. Apparently we don't like the French. And the Prussians. Take logistics. This time let's actually use barbed wire. Yeah, I'm not gonna thoughts with that. Oh, railway should have wooden passenger carriages on to be subsidized. And then smooth bores before I forget. Well, I did forget. I just remembered by seeing it. We'll up the advanced research. There's colonial exploitation. So that probably makes sense to get. Apparently I never got into the open war. Probably waited too long to do it. Let's put that in Nigeria. Niger region. We can come in here. Maybe try to get a little bit of the Niger Delta. What's the world market for iron looking? Quite expensive. We're currently not exporting, but then that's because ours is pretty expensive too. Yeah, building more iron is not a completely terrible idea. Nope, I probably need more construction, which is probably why our iron is expensive as well, is because I keep using construction. Yep, let's do the whole 4 there. Finish that spot. Okay, house science on board. Celestic was. Oh, I'm not trying to pass any laws, so I should spend our authority. Afford more construction. Construction, not government admin. Though, government admin wouldn't necessarily have been the worst idea. We're going to work in the rear next. The places I'm picking for the construction places are our coal, iron provinces. You're confused why I'm picking where I'm picking. Treasury's a little full. So about 4 years left on that. You just want me to give you investment rights for nothing. Let's negotiate that a little bit. Make that mutual. For obligation, sure. No, not the... Yep, I still want to run that up a little bit higher. Negative. So let's actually just build a bunch more construction sectors and get really building. got a new corporation. To the manufacturing industries again. Mandate. Finish advanced research off. And then apparently I just need a little more iron, because that's the thing we're short on. Industrial grade materials. And America's broken its deal, because America can be America sometimes. Okay. I think I give them an obligation for them to that too. The Fiends. I even think they gave me an obligation in that scenario, which is weird. 5% infamy decay for 9 years. Yeah, that's not really that big of a deal. Apparently have demand for engines. You want to join? Of course. Welcome to the market, friend. Apparently a singular engine factory is just not enough. Okay, so I do need to build an engine factory. Motor factory. Where's the most profitable? Interesting that we have a severe shortage of engines, and yet somehow it's not profitable to make one. It's always weird when that sort of thing happens. Yeah, and we need like 20 more iron mines. So you're done, you're done. Do Westphalia. Or I can go over to Westphal. We'll do Westphal. Of course, each of those is going to want its own railway. I mean, each control click, each 10 sets of mines. Lots to build. GDP has nearly doubled since the beginning of the game, so that's always good to see when that's happening. And of course, unifying Germany is going to make it go up real quick. No city plenty, let them celebrate. $33 months. Logistics. Grab triage. Then we can go into the harbors and the fleet. So maybe it's less worth doing the less worth doing the fleet if you don't actually have a fleet. I'm thinking far too far ahead about contesting, you know, Old London. Let's see. Build establishment colonies. That one appears to only be the Danish. Let's try to contest both of these. get some toehold in those locations. Because tech-wise, that means we should really go down and rush down to quinine. Rushing it into that path. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, let's actually go that way. Use our farm centrals into quinine so we can start colonizing more effectively. Engines are a lot happier. Iron's still in massive demand. Wood's in pretty high demand. And GDP continues to rise. Move on to lumber next, maybe? Sure, fine art. Oh, coal. Yeah, I should probably do coal. Especially because I should also come and do... So what do you want? It's gonna put coal up. Silk Merchant, son. Social Democrat. If this was later in the game, I'd be on board with it, but right now I'm kind of not. Yeah, we'll just give him the green buff anyway. Action and reaction. Yeah, we're kind of on the anti-French train. That's fair. I have the railcar PM, right? Yeah. Ports. Let's put another rail yard in there. I need it at some point. The world market began to cool a little bit on iron. Maybe a little, now that we've begun to export it. Us and the Americans have most of the market share there. Modern sewage. That allows us to put more construction into fewer buildings. Let's build up our government bureaucracy a bit. Support getting royal laws upgraded. Nine months before it stops being binding. One thing that'll be a little bit of an issue is that even once it's non-binding, we'll still have a defensive alliance between them and Russia. New mandate. Let's grab and start working the colonial offices one. Nope, I need more to build. The industry going. Of course, the iron. Well, even if the iron price going down because of the construction not being queued up, it's still not going down a lot. So that's a good indication we need more iron. And wood, yeah, we'll probably go pretty ham on the wood as well. Okay. Let's fact for power block MSE and investment rates, please. Austria has withdrawn from it. I didn't even need to withdraw from it. They did. Though they did keep theirs with the Russians. So we're definitely in a state... I don't think we can just attack them. No, we've still got a year treaty, right? Because of them withdrawing. Next, colonial offices. So as they might be planning to attack me, that's an option. Don't think that's what they're going to do, because we've got a defensive alliance with both the British and the Russians, and that would just be really stupid for them, but... Gristlin. We're going to do basically what we did last time, which is we are going to start swapping into it. Ammonia. And we'll do the small ones first. Then we're going to build some, and then we'll do the coal, and then we'll build some, and then we'll do the iron. That's roughly how we'll approach it. How's explosive looking? Expensive, but otherwise reasonable. Grab that last colonial office. Most notably, that's the one that provides the infamy decay. So close that 10% infamy reduction. One taking unrecognized people, recognized countries. Good pharmaceuticals. So we go to quinine. Getting quinine is going to help this colonization and that colonization because we'll remove the -90. Sure. So now the only one in my power block that's missing is Hanover of the German states. You know, we'll try to bring them as well. Power block embassy for power block investment. They really don't want the defensive pact. Mutual investment pact? 87% chance. They agreed to it. Okay. How's explosives looking? Got them price balanced, but are they hired up all the way? They are. Okay. So, you know, I'll still do the thing and we'll figure out how bad or short we're gonna be. You're estimating 400. Okay, so we'll build it. Or we'll do the swap, assuming 400. That means we need like 5 more of these. Boot up. I give you trade privileges for nothing. I'm not on board with the trade privileges or not. Maybe trade privileges are trade privileges. Or, oh, you just want trade privileges. A little less actually post trade privileges. Do investment rates, investment rates. Oh my god. More prestige. We're going to build the explosives for that. We're currently importing some explosives to cover the shortfall, but otherwise that's pretty good too. Yeah, that GDP has definitely been going up. Yeah, it was probably a good idea not to go after Beijing. Didn't do that on the second run, and we've been getting GDP going up a lot better. We haven't really even changed the tech choice up very much. Working most of the same ones. Probably still going to do triage into these two after we're done with what we're on currently. That was water tube boiler, which is to turn on just immediately. You expect technocracy in the next... I don't know why. I don't think that's a good idea. Academics, engineers, officers, gain political strength, okay. We'll just tell them no. Oh, now we have legitimacy government. Okay, can we rearrange the government so we got a stable government? Yeah. Just kick the radicals out of government. Some of these things I'm going to change up the moment we actually form Germany proper. Like, I'm probably going to change internal to external, change defensive to, like, construction or something. Still working on trying to form Germany, so... Okay, explosives are doing much better. We did set up so there's no tariffs on export, so if we have surplus explosives, they can go abroad. And actually, looking at the time, this is probably where I should put a part break in. We're one hour in on the second attempt to do Prussia here. It's definitely going much better. We've, like, tripled the GDP since the start of the game. As much as I think in the long run it will be a good idea to yoink some Chinese territory so that we can try to pass multiculturalism. For the moment, that's not quite a a valid solution to improving things, just because without multiculturalism, it doesn't work. The Chinese aren't appropriate to have as a part of the country. So until we're ready to try past multiculturalism, that will be a while. And that's not an approach that will work. We're working to try to get Germany together. As far as the power block, we basically put everyone together in the power block, except for Hanover and, well, we're in the Netherlands and apparently pretty close on Sweden as well. When we do form Germany, they won't get pulled in, of course. That's not how that works. And we're probably not going to form Super Germany. There's tutorials out there to form Super Germany. But it's a little bit gamey sometimes to try to form Super Germany. I'm less down to do that gaming. I think the thing is, you've got to get Austria to stop being, like, great. It's either you got to get them to stop being great power, you got to get them, like, minor power. The minor power, it's a lot harder to do without doing some cheese. If it's just stop being a great power, it's something you can probably do pretty easily without cheese. And yeah, our GDP is 50% bigger than theirs this time, so we're definitely doing something right relative to last time. This is where this part break's going to go in. So if you're watching YouTube, there will be one part up tomorrow because we're going to record one more part tonight. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to just mute the mic and sip half this cup of tea and then go ahead and resume the recording. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next one, and bye for now.